Let's see. Both Lainey and... Oh, wait. Oh my god. Have I... I'm sorry, Lainey. I've just been calling you Lane. Sorry. Both Lainey and I are from Canada, but I'm out in Texas at the moment for school. I'll be going to Tex Tech in fall. Nice. Do you know exactly what you're going in for? I'll be going there for med school. Oh, cool. Quite the commitment, though. 8 years of school. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so, unfortunately, I did leave college, but it was more so because, after graduating as salutatorian in high school, I hated every bit of it. I did my work, and I showed up on time. I did everything that I was supposed to do as a student, and I hated every moment of it. And when I went to, while I was attending my senior year, I was able to, I should probably explain some more. I went on to be in my school's musical and drama productions, and I was able to get into the leading role one, two, three times. Twice in my junior year. Wait a minute. No. Once in my junior year for the musical, and then twice for my senior year. And it was I've loved it, and I joined back in like 7th grade. Oh wait, I just remembered you guys are Canadian. Do you guys follow like British and Emirates style schooling where it's like year 1 and everything, or is it like American schooling where, like, when I say sophomore, you guys know what I mean? Um Little Jelly, I was homeschooled. Yeah. I have I would say yes and no to homeschooling because I have well, not just a friend. I'm friends with the entire family, but there was 8 of the kids, and the mom taught every single one of them, and they all play hockey, and I'm trying to think. One is down in Texas working for some law firm, I think. One just got married. The other one is at some really, like, one of the Ivy League schools she's at, and she plays okay, let me say this. They all play hockey, but the girl that is in college that didn't, so there's one boy who is working for the law firm, another boy who just got married, the girl who's in college right now, and she plays Olympic hockey, but they all play hockey, but she is so well, she plays so well, and obviously there needs to be a female Olympic team for it, which I still don't understand. I mean, I understand a little bit, like, yeah, the male and the female body are made differently, so blah 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 blah, all that scientific shit, but I mean, there should be still at least like a male only sport, a female only sport, and then a mixed, just to see, like, if the best athlete is indeed a woman and she absolutely rocks it and like beats everybody by like the javelin throw, like if she somehow beats everybody like 20 meters or something, like, props to her. She spent a whole bunch of time like farming herself up, getting better, and just beeped. Okay, Lainey, we use the same as the States. Okay, and yeah, here's another thing. The girl that is playing the Olympic hockey, she that was homeschooled. They for fun. If you guys know, down in New York, I think we're the only state that still has it. Regents exams. She, out of nowhere, just thought it would be fun to pop in and See ya, Jax. She thought it would be fun just to pop in and take the physics or the chemistry regions, I forget which, just for fun, just to see how well she would do. She aced the thing. She aced it and got 100. Like, I think I got like a 98 on it, and I was content. Like I said before, with me being the salutatorian, I did what I was supposed to. If to put it in perspective, I am happy that I got salutatorian. I do not like the position of valedictorian and having like a head above, like having your head on your shoulders. Like, that's a good figure of speech, but having a head on your head on your shoulders, like, that's how I kind of see like it feels like to be in that position. Like, you're almost too special for it. But it proved that I knew what I was doing, and I was doing it well. And then after acting all those years in my drama productions and everything, I in my senior year was able to get in touch with a local college, and I was able to attend his class for television production, which is what I'm trying to get into. Television production, movie production, voice acting, animation, just anything really that I might find enjoyable, because just like the way I play games, I get... Oh, you're not? Oh. Sorry, Jax. Just like the way that I sometimes get really bored really fast, and this is the only thing, like, editing videos is the only thing, and acting, the only thing that I really haven't gotten bored of, to an extent. It's taking so long. And, I just love the way that the storytelling is told through, like, cinematic angles and lighting and everything, and, I've also been trying to write books in my head as well. Like, I have 2 really good ideas. Well, one story would consist of 3 books, and then like another book that would be like the Divergent series. I think 4 is the 4th one, is like still technically part of the series, but it'd be like that. I've never read any of the Divergent series, but that's how I have it in my head from what I've heard. And then another one which is just kind of like an off the wall sort of thing, and it's I just find everything in movies and television to be so fun, acting especially, and that's where I want to start. But after attending the class, I started doing videos more regularly, and I grew tired of college alongside of this is the whole reason I went on this tangent, is because of Danny. Now I remember. I did leave college, but it was more so because my mental health suffered an awful blow while I was in my senior year. Something happened that kind of like threw me for a loop, and it more so affected my family than the other members of my family, rather than it affected me. But somewhere along the way, I was like held accountable for it in my speech. Like, I just added it really quickly into my acceptance speech for my salutatorian thing, and instead of being told, maybe you should change it up, or can you please get rid of it, I was simply told, you will not speak. And I was broken, because I went to that school, I did what I was told to do, and it was a major blow, not only to my self-esteem, but to my mental health. And it kind of relapsed back in college, because that day, when I was told that I wasn't going to be speaking, nor did I want to at the beginning, but to be told that it was being taken away from me, something that I didn't want to do in the first place, it kind of disgusted me, and that day I experienced my first full-fledged panic attack and anxiety and everything, and I had never known what that had felt like. And the way that I can describe it is, if you've ever heard stories of like seizures and how everybody describes it, it's like running a marathon in 15 seconds. Every muscle just constricts very tightly, and and then it releases if you can get out of it. Unfortunately, people don't always make it out, and they have to have some sort of assistance to help them get out. But it was kind of like that, except nothing really tensed up for me. My legs went numb, they went cold, my ribs around my lungs kind of felt like it was shrinking, and the same sort of thing with my skull. It felt like my skull was forming around my brain, kind of, and I was very short of breath, not helping that I'm already asthmatic, so that doesn't help. But after that, after experiencing it, I kind of acknowledged it as awful in the moment, but as soon as everything cooled down, it's the best sort of release that you'll ever feel. I think it's like taking a drug, basically. Like, it's literally dosing up on something that I cannot describe what, to be, like, perfectly honest. But after that, while I was attending college, I went through my first semester and hated every bit of it, but I wanted to power through. And then I finished the semester, didn't really know what I wanted to do, and by the time the next semester came around, I just realized it's taken this long to get into this stupid match. By the time the second semester came around, it was already too late to say no, so I kind of just went there, and I went in for a week, and the panic attack somehow spawned in again, not only while I was in the classroom, but nobody knew. Like, I was able to contain it fairly well, but after that, while I was walking back home, back to my truck to drive home, I had another one, and if I had two uncaused panic attacks, I just thought, there's something about this environment that isn't right for me. I don't know if it's just like the school or anything else, but that's just like my little story of like why I'm not in schooling right now. But for Danny, go ahead with medical practice, because I just hope that you'll have fun when you go through. Hey! Dick. I just see medical practice as something that needs to be taught. Unfortunately, for my field that I want to get into, it's very unorthodox, because you can see people growing up on like Disney Channel and rest his soul, Cameron Boyce, but everybody who grew up like watching that sees all these child actors. And my mom, who is a business teacher that used to teach at my high school, while I had her in class and we were supposed to all prepare for going into college, she had no idea how to lead it into, and I'm just reading all these things and articles about how these acting kids or people like Morgan Freeman already knew how to get like into a position where they could find like a role and everything, and it's always kind of bugged me, and it really shouldn't, but I get scared of the thought that I might be missing something, or have missed something already that's already been perfect for me, and it's just life, basically. And I hope that at some point I don't have that fear anymore. I'm still striving to do what I love, and hopefully I can find it, but seeing these kids get acting roles and seeing as how I'm told to go to college just because it's the norm, I feel bad. I felt bad leaving, but I also thought it was a very healthy decision for me. And beyond that, I have not had any panic attacks since then. I've gotten a pretty good morale boost, and I have poured maybe $5,000 more into my setup. I'm from Laney. A teacher I never had during high school just requested to follow me on Insta. I declined it since I never had him as a teacher, and he sent another minutes after I declined the first. Huh. Okay, so if you were never a class, did he ever know who you were? Like, it kind of depends on like what kind of school you went to, because it could be like a school of a graduating class of like 23 or 400. If it's a pretty big school and you never had him, I think that's a little bit suspicious activity. But if it was a relatively small school, I think it might be okay, because he might have seen you walking around the halls, although still eyeing you down while you're in school just to follow you after you've graduated is still kind of weird. I think he knew who I was. I had some friends in his class. Okay. Yeah. But still kind of suspicious just to see it. I get random jumps and views and I never know who's with me or not with me at the time, because it says I have 3, but for some odd reason I'll see like a message from Laney, and then I'll see a message from Danny, and then I'll see a message from Jack. I'm like, I have to count for one of these views in my channel. One of our randoms just drove through the fire and squished like 4 guys. Bam! You wanna know something that I kinda don't like from Mixer is the 18 plus requirement for a mature game. I mean, just because it's a mature game doesn't mean that it's a mature stream. I understand like the blood and gore and how they're obligated via contract to make it so that it's healthy for kids to watch and make sure that they're not clicking on the wrong thing, as well as just being an 18 plus game and every other legality that they have to shoot through. But I mean, I think it kind of restricts from some people watching if it's an 18 plus stream requirement. I streamed this the other day and my channel showed as a teen. Weird. When I streamed it yesterday, I saw that it changed it to 18 plus stream, because I knew that some of the vernacular that I say is definitely teen rated, so I set it to that. And when it immediately, as soon as I switched to Battlefield, nothing happened. Or when I switched the game mode to the game that I was playing on the dashboard, nothing happened. But the moment I went live, it switched to an 18 plus stream. And I think in the previous stream in the VOD, you can actually see me go, why is that 18 plus? So then I went back in and I changed it myself, and then somewhere along the way it changed back into 18 plus stream, and then later that day I found out that it is a requirement, but I don't know how it sets it up like that. I was looking at chat. Was there somebody out there? Oh. Thank you, Laney. I think that's it for me. I gotta take off for work. Okay. Hope you have fun at work, Danny. I know, unfortunately, sometimes that's not the case, that there are certain things that don't make a job fun, but I hope there's something that can make something enjoyable for you throughout the day. This is the STG, right? Yep, STG 44. This I remember from World War II. I just thought about it. This is World War II. Damn! That blows my mind that I got all of that just in one day. 5 followers. I think maybe I had 6 viewers at one time. I don't really remember. I could probably see it at the end of Streamlabs. 180k in Sparks. Well, Laney, since you're the last one here, and you were almost the first person here too. Who was it? The very first person? Belka, yeah. I think she had to leave before. But, thank you for hanging around this long. Thank you for listening to my voice. Thank you for putting up with my gameplay and everything. Just it's been a lot of fun doing this. Being able to talk to someone right alongside. Even though I can't hear you guys' voice, just seeing you guys even interact with the chat at all. Like ignoring all the sparks that you guys gave me, just being able to like have someone to bounce ideas off of was a lot of fun to me.